Hello everybody, this is Jasmina, and in this video I'm going to talk about the Holy Heart instructions. This is the Holy Heart special formation update selection. This formation is an excellent formation to increase your public visibility. Now, this can be bad if you do immoral or illegal things because you'll be found out and you'll pay the price. But it can also be very beneficial if you don't like to brag about your accomplishments. And there's a lot of people that don't like to do this. They were told by their parents time and time again, stop bragging. So this is actually a fairly common problem. And this will help you gain more notice. And it will also help you to become more comfortable with an appropriate level of bragging. But if we're just talking about this in general, using the Holy Heart formation is ideal for people where your personal brand is important. For example, actors, musicians, comedians, anybody on stage, uh, or even artists that are maybe not on stage, but their work is like open to the public. And it also is good for people in the public eye, like politicians, YouTubers, any kind of social media influencer, um, anything like that. That could include TikTok if it still exists in the U.S. Don't know if it will, but we'll see. But anyway, this does include a lot of things like blogs and things on Facebook, all that kind of stuff. Now, this is especially good for people who do good work but are not getting promoted, they're getting ignored for the good work they do. This helps give you the feeling and the bravery, basically, to actually talk about your work and let your boss know how good your work really is. Because the boss has so many other concerns, he may just not know your work well enough, especially if you work in a company with a lot of different people being there. And these people who do good work and aren't getting promoted are inevitably the ones who hate to brag. If you don't mind bragging and you're not getting promoted, what that might mean is what you think is good work may not be good compared to your colleagues. So you do have to look at yourself very carefully and know that your work is at least as good as your colleagues. And this is usually the case, but the people who hate to brag just can't let their boss know that they really deserve a promotion. So basically what happens when you use the Holy Heart Day to manifest, it can help you feel better about bragging about your work. But you know you're just going to brag to certain people. You're not going to be bragging to everybody. So that's usually how it helps. And it also tends to have your boss see you in a better light. Now, when I say boss, it could be a boss in a company, but if you are in the limelight, social media or an actor or whatever, your boss is your audience. So that's why boss is in in quotes, because it's bigger than just the normal definition. Action is also required once you have manifested on a Holy Heart Day. And of course, you're not going to do this on a clash day. These days come often enough not to use a clash day. So you wait until a day where you don't clash with the day. Then you do the manifestation and you take the action. So basically, especially if you're someone who's having trouble getting promoted, you list your accomplishments and practice talking about them and uh, and kind of creating a story about yourself that you can tell people. And this could take quite a while, depending on how unaccustomed you are to doing something like this. Practice, once you've done something, practice, with your family members or your siblings or somebody who does know you. and see if they may be able to help you with certain things too. So definitely practice before you talk to your boss, because this will help you um, perfect your presentation. Now, once you've got something going, imagine talking to your boss about this and imagine your boss responding favorably. Now, the second part is really important, because if you expect negativity, depending on what Shimin entity you or what Shimin spirit you have, you might actually have something negative come out. Like for example, if you're the chief and you think the boss was going to hate it, well, he probably will. So imagine your boss responding favorably and realizing he has ignored you for too long. And there's other ways that can also help. Watch some videos about how to improve your interviewing skills, even if you're not looking for a new job, because this can help you learn ways to respond better to questions your boss might have so that you get more comfortable dealing with the crazy questions that may come up. And this is actually really, really useful in general. Now, of course, the standard manifestation guidelines should be followed. You count 64 to 1, backwards, and this calms your mind. If you mess up the numbers, you have to start over. So this takes a while to get used to. After a while, you'll be able to do this. And after a while, you also recognize when you're in the right state of mind, and you may not have to count all the way from 64 to 1. What you're looking for is an alpha wave, brainwave. And actually, there are instruments out there that can help you with that if you don't want to do this backwards counting. But once you've gotten to 1, you simply state something like, allow my boss, or depending who you are, my audience, see the good work I have done and have them promote me. Now, for a boss, that's a real promotion. For an audience, it's recommending other people watch your work. So that's a promotion. And it's a free promotion, so that's even better. Now, the type of manifestation, this one doesn't require you to be in any particular location in your house. It doesn't require you to back to any given direction. So just find a really comfortable seat in a location in your house where you probably won't be disturbed. I mean, that's usually a very important thing, especially if you have kids. But if possible, and it's not an absolute necessity, but if possible, be in your residence's best sector. And I have a separate video that talks about finding that. And this is something that you have to work on too, because I don't know what your house looks like. And, I don't know if you have, it has to actually be analyzed for me to tell you what your best sector is. And that I won't do for free. Now, if you only rent a room, then do the manifestation in the most comfortable place within that room. That is still good enough. It will still help. And if you're only renting a room, you probably need this. Now, this information about the dates comes from Joey Yap. The issue, I've seen this in many other places too, when they talk about a certain date, but they don't give the table, but they always agree with the table. I don't know if they all got their information from Joey Yap, but the problem with the Holy Heart, whether you search it in Chinese or English, most of what you get is about religion. So it's very hard to find information. But in the original, in the ancient text, they talk about this. And so this is where Joey Yap has gotten his information. So it's pretty simple. You just find the month that we're living in. So, for example, in February, it's the tiger month. The day animal is the pig. So any pig day in a tiger month, it'll be a Holy Heart Day. That's why there's like 2-3 of these in every month. If in the rabbit month, which is mostly March, it's snake, any snake day, and so forth. Now, it has an interesting pattern. If you look from, you join the month, Pig and snake, well, they clash each other. So does rat and horse. Also ox and goat, tiger and monkey, rabbit, rooster, dog and dragon. These two um, clash each other. Um, I don't know. I mean, this is just the way it works. But it's an interesting pattern. And of course, these are the regular months, just, February, March, April, May, so forth. So it's kind of interesting. But this means that if one month you can't do it, let's say you have a snake in your chart, you can't use the pig, you can't use the tiger month, but you'll be able to use the rabbit month, and you'll be able to use every other month. So, um, at least you don't have to worry about your snake being a problem. So, of course, basically, this really has to do with you want to look at your year animal sign for a clash and your month animal sign, because if you are looking for this, this has to do with money. So those two are the most important things. Now, in my monthly channel, again, you need to join my channel, not just subscribe, but join, which is not free. You can see all the dates. I listed clashes for the days, the best times of the days, which is the Heavenly Assistant Hour, which you could actually use for location. That can help sometimes, but it's not absolutely necessary. It also lists the day's qualities, and that's based on the yellow and black belt, the black rabbit, the day officer, the dong gong. Those properties can tell you how good that date is for actually doing some activation. Sometimes it's a great day to manifest, not such a great day to take action. And I talk about that. And I also avoid negative days like the Yang Gong days. And I say, just use the day for manifestation if it's a Yang Gong day. So I do all that extra work for you if you join the channel. But it's all up to you. I have basically talked about all of these properties and the Yang Gong days, everything, and the Heavenly Assistant Hour. If you want to do this on your own, it'll take work, but you can do it. So I'd like to thank you guys for watching, and I really hope this does help you understand this. I realized that I missed this one. I had actually overwhelmed my computer with the video files, so I had to erase a lot, and I think I accidentally erased this one. So sorry about that.